As a normal day-to-day user of Crosscare with a caseload, when I log in, the system takes me directly to my caseload because the chances are I'm going to want to deal with a patient that I'm already seeing. Now here we can do a number of things. Firstly, our caseload is displayed in the top part of the screen. In the bottom part of the screen is my weekly schedule, and that can be appointments and or visits. I can scroll across to next week and I can come back to today on my schedule. Now you'll notice a number of things on the caseload display itself. Where the name is in red, the patient has a reminder or a recall to say that something needs to be done. Where the last contact date is in red, then someone else has seen the patient since I last saw the patient. And where the next contact date is in red, then there's a visit or an appointment booked for someone else to see the patient before I next see the patient. Now by showing the next contact date in red, you'll have seen that the bottom half of the screen has changed. So when I click on a patient in my caseload, a review topic comes up in the bottom part of the screen. Now this can be any review topic. Most commonly, it's the more recent entries against the patient, so you can see what's happened more recently. But it could easily be something that's particular to your service. So if you're a community nurse, it may be only the recent community entries. If you're a daycare person, it may be just the recent daycare entries. If you're a lymphedema nurse, it may be just the recent lymphedema entries, and so on. So you can set up a review topic to go with your caseload by individual person. If I want to go back and see my schedule, I just click on the schedule button at the bottom and I can go back and see my schedule. So if I single click on a patient, I get to see their recent activity or their recent detail in the bottom part of the screen. If I double click on a patient, then I go directly to their clinical desktop and I get alerts, and this patient was in red, so the reminders button at the bottom is also in red and I can see what needs to be done for that patient. So a number of recalls that were due a long time ago that I need to deal with. Now I'm just in my normal clinical desktop and I can do anything I want to with the patient. To go back to my caseload, I just hit the caseload button in the bottom corner and I go back to my caseload list. The list at the top is configurable, so you can change the information that's displayed in it. If you've got a long caseload, maybe 100 patients, there's a search facility, so you can search directly for individual patients without having to scroll down all the time. And you can also sort it. So if I want to sort it alphabetically, I just click on name and it sorts it alphabetically. If I want to sort it by service, I could click on that. If I want to sort it by the date they were added, I can click on that, so I get the most recent added first. If I want to sort it by the ones who've been on the list the longest, I could click on that and swap that round. If I want it in order of the people who've been seen most recently, again I can click on that, and next contact date I can click on that as well. Come back to alphabetical by clicking back on the name. So there's lots of things that caseloads do to help users on a day-to-day basis. With my caseload displayed here automatically, I no longer have to go to my clinical desktop and go and search for patients all the time. They're just there waiting for me and I can simply click on them. If you're able to view different caseloads, the drop down lets you look at different caseloads or other people's caseloads or team caseloads, and you can replace your own list temporarily with that list so you can see and look at what's happening on other caseloads. So lots you can do with caseloads on a day-to-day basis.